Hello, this is Ulianka. Today we are meeting Svetlana Keller. She's a famous Russian face painter, instructor, and she lives in Europe. Hello, Svetlana.
Hello, Ulianka. Hello, everybody. I'm Svetlana Keller from Sparkling Faces Liechtenstein, and I am so excited to be here. Such a big honor, and thank you for having me.
That's
I
lovely
am
to have
a
you.
face painter, a balloon twister, an airbrush artist, and instructor, and I've been doing this for 11 years now, and I can't wait to share with you my experience.
Great, great. Tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from? Where did you grow up? If you have any nice childhood memories that you would like to share.
Well, I'm Russian, but I grew up and I was raised in Central Asia in Kyrgyzstan. I had a wonderful childhood, went to the private school and after to university. I've met my husband with 19 while being a student, married him within a year and moved to his home country, Liechtenstein. So now I live here in Liechtenstein with my family, with my husband and three sons, in the age of almost 18, almost 16 and 12 years old.
Great. So, yes, you live in Liechtenstein. And how and when did you start face painting?
So I have started face painting exactly 11 years ago when I have established my company Sparkling Faces. Back then, we have spent 2 years living and working in Alexandria in Egypt, such a beautiful country with wonderful people. And that was the very first time when I saw what face painting is. My kids were painted at the mall as tigers, and I was so fascinated and I loved it so much. And I remember this day so well, and I took like million pictures of them. I found it was like the cutest thing ever. So when we came back home 2 years later, the first thing I went to the store and I bought a 12 color palette and a few brushes, and I bought some glitter, and I started to face paint my kids and friends of my kids and friends of my kids. And it worked out so well, and I was so proud. And yes, I still have these pictures. When I look at them now, of course, I have to smile because lines are so wiggly and there is no flow in the design, and the quality of the paint was not good at all. So the coverage was really bad. But back then, I was super happy and proud of this. And very soon, we had a carnival season here. It's called Fastnacht. It's always in February, 1 month long. It's similar to Halloween. So people get dressed, they get their face painted, they go on the carnival, and they celebrate this whole month. And this was the very first time when I could offer my skills, and I was actually paid for this. And I thought, oh, it's time to establish the company. So this is how it all started.
Who inspired you in your career when you started and now?
Well, my very first inspiration back then and also now is Heather Green from Silly Farm, Orlando, United States. I have started with her YouTube tutorials and I was watching them every day, and I loved her kind explanation, her support to the people, and I wanted to repeat every brush stroke. And through the YouTube tutorials, she drew my attention to her store in Florida. And I remember my first order and how fast my heart was beating when I received this package, and I opened it and it was all this great face paint and rainbows and glitter. And I have ordered, of course, many more packages after. In one of them, there was a flyer about the Face and Body Art International Convention that she and her staff were organizing. And we have checked very quickly with my husband, and without much waiting, we booked the ticket to Florida. And I have attended my very first convention where I have met Heather in person, and I saw what a hardworking woman she is, how dedicated she is to the face painting world. And I have been to this convention since 2012. I think it's this 10th years that I will attend this time. And with each year, my respect and love for this woman grew more and more. I mean, she is creative without borders. And especially now during pandemic times, she is inspiring me and many other people to keep on painting, to keep on moving, to try different things. Yes, I guess she is my biggest inspiration of all.
Can you describe your typical day when painting?
Well, this is a beautiful day. This is a really, really beautiful day. Usually I arrive about 1 hour prior the beginning to the gig, to the location. I need about 40 minutes to install my stuff, to start breathing, to wait for kids to come. And I paint about 5 to 7 hours, depending on the event. And this is just such a cool day with kids laughing, with parents being excited about all this face painting. And after I takes me time to clean up and I come home and I clean all my supplies. I love doing the same day, so it's all finished in the evening and I can just relax.
What are the main themes, topics that you think you're known for?
Well, I guess this is a little bit hard to say for me because I paint pretty much everything. I paint boy designs, girl designs, one strokes. What I don't do is body painting. I've never done this before, and this is something that doesn't fascinate me very much for myself. To watch somebody work, yes, but for myself, not. So I guess I'm most known for kids' face painting. I love rainbows. I love clean lines, bold lines. Yeah.
And what artwork do you most identify with?
I guess cartoon style. I love cartoon styles. I love rainbows, as I said before. I love great flow on the face. This is what I...
Okay. And where do you look for ideas? How do you develop your designs?
Well, when I have to create my design, the first thing, I guess I look up in Pinterest and I type the basic drawings in pencil of a snake or of a dolphin, whatever I need to paint. And then I look at it and I take a practice board and I try to transform this drawing, pencil drawing, into the face chart and follow the flow of the design. And step by step, I add more colors or I add more stenciling. So this is basically how my designs are born.
Have you been in any magazines, TV, or large projects, etc.?
Yes, actually, my artwork has been published multiple times in different magazines all over the world, and even 7 times on the cover. And I'm really proud of this, and all of these covers are framed, are hanging on my atelier in my studio. Yes, this is a great moment, yes. But I have not been on TV yet. But
Okay.
not yet.
Have you competed or won any competitions?
Yes, I did. I competed just once. This is out of my comfort zone. I don't like to compete that much. It was 10 years ago at the FABEC, Face and Body Art Convention in Florida, and I was taken by surprise. It was my very first convention. I didn't prepare anything. I was just taking, and I won the second place. And it was the phenomenal moment back then, but also now. I got a trophy and I'm standing in my office and I'm so happy about it. But since then, no, I never competed. This is for me too much stress, too much pressure. I don't like this. I just love, when I do art, I like to be in my comfort zone, to have peace. Yeah.
Okay. Is there an artwork that you are most proud of? And if yes, why?
No, I would say no, because I'm proud of everything, especially because we paint on kids. And I know you know for sure it's not as easy as it looks. So if I manage to paint well and take a nice picture, decent picture of this design, for me, this is the best day ever.
Yes, agree.
What I would rather add, not the design I'm proud of, but rather of the artistic period of time in my life that I'm most proud of. And this is the pandemic time. During this time, I've been painting almost every day. This is now year 3 starting. And I have painted so much. and my skills grew so much. And I'm really proud that I could invest all this spare time, so much spare time that I had, into my art. Yeah.
I've seen all of these artworks that you were doing, and these are amazing. And
Thank you. I was like on fire.
yes, tell us how you managed to persuade your sons to do that, because that wasn't just yourself.
Yes, this is a great question. Everybody keeps on asking that. I painted them during the lockdown time. We've been locked down, I think, for 1 month at home, and we were not allowed to go outside, not meet with friends, nobody. And kids were bored, you know, they had really nothing to do. And basically, face painting was the only entertainment. They had their school, and then they didn't know what to do. And I said, come, I can paint you. And they were like, okay, because they had no sports, they had nowhere to rush. We had so much time, and I have painted so well and such a big elaborate designs because my brain was at ease. I didn't have to go to the store, to my store to ship orders. I didn't have to reply any emails because there were no inquiries. So I painted them, and for each drawing, they got 1 hour additional PlayStation time. And so after I painted all of them, they would gather in the living room and play all together this 1 hour PlayStation. And they were so happy. I was happy, and we were so busy all the time somehow. It was really, for me, it was really, really great time.
Lovely. Do you own your own brand, or represent or support any brand?
I do actually. Sparkling Faces is a brand. We offer practice boards. I actually have them here to show you. Colored practice boards. And we offer practice blocks. Here you go. We have produced during pandemic time with a few artists practice guides where you can, like books, you know, we can learn all different designs. And we also offer brushes. We have launched practice boards 4 years ago, and it was such a success because people could practice, they could wipe off their designs, they could take pictures of the design and present it to the kids. It was really great, and I love using them myself when I don't have models around me. And after some time, we found out that not all artists had printer at home to print out these designs they have painted to show to the kids. So we have made these blocks that had 50 sheets, and then you could paint in every sheet of paper and tear it out and show to the kids. So you don't need a printer to print anything. It's all here already. But the most difficult, of course, was producing brushes. We have 21 different units in all different sizes and shapes, and they have been manufactured in Germany, in the largest Germany's brush factory, Da Vinci. And I've been there twice. It's like huge, and it was for me so difficult to explain. I mean, people working there, they do brushes, they're not artists. And I had to explain them that we need a round brush number 0 to paint eyelashes of the unicorn. And I was speaking with the CEO, you know, and for him it was everything new, like, well, face painting, what is that? And then they had to find me the sizes and this special brush hair. So it paints really smooth on skin and keeps a lot of paint. And they keep the shape for a long time because we work so much with water and sticky paint. So it took 2 years, and I was crying a lot, and I was making breaks, but then I thought, no, I have to try once again. And now they're perfect. They're so good. We have launched them 4 years ago, and we have heard only positive feedback, and this is a really great product. Yes.
You know, I knew about the practice boards, but I never knew about your brushes. So that is a surprise actually for me.
No, we've been having them for quite a long time now. Yes, no, they're really, really great. Yes.
Okay. Do you run any Facebook groups, forums, or shops?
No, I don't. But I am very present in social media. I do have 2 channels on Facebook, private and business. I do have Instagram channel, Pinterest, Twitter, TikTok, and that's for me enough. I don't
I
have
see.
any more followers. So
Somehow I thought
helps.
that you have your own shop, don't you?
I do have a shop, but a real store where you can walk in, or online
I
store
see.
you can
Okay.
order as well, but I don't try it via social media
I see.
channels.
Okay. Okay. So you have
Mhm.
your own shop, and I saw that you're organizing workshops in there.
I do. I have quite a big studio since 4 years now, and I have a lot of space for 12 people to sit comfortably and to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like two rooms, two big rooms. One room is to learn, and another room is the shop, the store. We can buy all the supplies in for face painting, or for balloon twisting, or airbrush tattoos. It's easy to find. It's in the main street in Liechtenstein.
Oh, I see. Oh,
Yeah,
lovely.
such a good place. I love it. My little paradise.
What do you like about the face painting world?
Everything. You know, that's such a beautiful, supportive community. Nice people. I love everything about it.
I see. And what do you dislike about face painting world?
I think it would take me forever to think.
Oh, I
No,
see.
it's really perfect world. I'm a very sensitive person, and I think if there was something disturbing me, I would not be doing this job any longer. But this is like really such a beautiful place for me, you know, to go a bit aside from the family life, from the hustle. I enjoy everything there. I could not name nothing negative about this world.
That's great. That's great to hear.
Recommended for anybody to start. Really, so good for the soul.
Great. Okay. Um, do you come across any difficulties being a face painting artist, or did you have any difficulties before?
No, actually, people respect my work, respect also who I am representing this work. I'm well paid for this work I have, and the best part of it is that I can regulate the working hours myself. As a mother of 3 children, I do have to stay at home when they come from school, to help them from homework, to give them food. So this is what I appreciate very much about this job, is that I can structure it just like I want. And I work basically on weekends when the kids have their sports anyways, or they're with their father playing outside, and I can really go and work without thinking, oh, how is my family doing right now? So no, I don't have any difficulties
That's
with
great.
it.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
What are the common misconceptions that people have about the work you do?
Yes, there is one. People think that we have work that I'm painting only during Halloween season, which is absolutely not true. Face painting is so loved by everybody, and we are painting, we face painters the whole year round. We do birthday parties, we paint on Christmas Eves, Easter events, summer camps, and of course, also Halloween. So we have so much work.
What are the products that you cannot live without?
It's definitely glitter. Definitely glitter. I love glitter. And I am convinced, even if the background color is not bright enough or the lines are a bit wiggly, you apply a bit of glitter and here you go. Some magic is there. So I cannot imagine to work without it.
Can you share your secret? How do you apply your glitter? What do you use for application?
I use mostly a puffer bottle. So I apply the background color, and as long as it's moist, I apply the glitter very quickly so it sticks really well. When I paint the outlining, I do not like to have glitter because then it's just too much for me. I do love glitter, but I also had to learn, I did have to learn that less is more. So I have to choose the places I do have glitter and I don't have. Mostly it's a background color. And if I forgot it, then I take my chunky glitter, which is mixed with the gel, and I apply it all around design. So there is always glitter in there, just not everywhere.
I see. Do you have any funny stories during face and face painting events?
No, I think I don't have any funny stories, but I assure you, every working day I have is full of laughter and joy.
Do you have a routine when planning your designs? Well, you said a little
No,
bit about that, but yeah, maybe a bit more.
no, yes, I did tell you how I plan the design, but I don't have a routine because I don't do it very often.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I hate doing it. When I was young, I loved coloring books. I loved coloring in. And the same as now, I do love mixing colors, rainbows and glitters and painting lines, but I hate to draw. So for me to create something new is always a very difficult process that gives me bellyaches. So I try to avoid it as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I do it sometimes, but I do not have a routine for this as
I
I
see.
try to push it.
Um,
That's me.
then, when you go to events, do you always have ready design for children, or and so you rather copy what you actually offer them?
Yes, I do have a board with pictures for them. I think it's about 30 designs. It's like a board designs on the back and on the front of
Mm-hmm.
it. And I do love to paint on the job all the time, same stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because this is that I can do fast and I can do really well.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to create something, I need time and my brain needs to be at ease. And when I'm working, I'm a little bit in stress, so I cannot think clearly and I cannot create. And for the kids, they have 30 designs to choose from. It's more than enough. And even some
They have
designs,
problem
like
to choose.
butterfly, yes, it's you should not give kids too much of a choice as well. And in some designs, I used to write like there was butterfly in blue, and I would used to write you can choose it in pink as well. Nobody chose because they cannot imagine it. They see this child and or this practice board with the design, and they're like, I want this. And then I just do what I've been doing for a long time, fast, and I know these designs are always beautiful and they will always love it. And I don't create anything new. I don't like this.
Okay, okay. Have you ever forgotten anything from your kit, and how did you deal with
Oh
it?
yeah, I did, but just once. But it was a spray bottle. And this was really bad because I need spray bottles for pretty much all of my designs. I need to weight my sponge. And I was so shocked and I didn't have it. I don't know how I forgot it at home. But luckily I was painting at the mall and I was early enough at the gig so I could run and purchase a very small tiny spray bottle there, but it was just enough for me to work through the gig. And it was also luckily just one time that it happened to me.
How your face painting kit is different, or do you have your own adjustment to make it better?
I think my face painting kit is actually different from many that you see online from other artists because I have a different concept, I believe. Many face painters, they try to minimize their kit. They report their face paint, so they carry as little as possible. Well, I want to bring as much as possible, as many colors and paints, as many brushes as I can, because I believe along the side of all these things, rainbow make kids' hearts pop faster, and they get so excited for face painting. I do need to have 2 tables to carry all of this amount of paint, and it takes me 40 minutes to set up, which is really long. And I have also a chair where the kids sit, and I have 3 banners so they can see me from far behind. Yes, it takes a lot of time to set up, but for me, it's totally worth the time. I love it.
I see, I see. What are your hobbies apart from face painting?
Um, well, I'm a photographer. I love taking pictures of kids, of course. I love kids, families, newborns. I love macro photography. I do it very often and I enjoy it very much.
And did you train in that, or is just your just doing it on your own?
Photography? No, I took like a million workshops, like, I don't know, really so many. Me, myself, I am not such a technical person, which means if I'm home alone and my men are all gone, I cannot watch TV as I don't know how remote control is working. I'm completely lost with all the buttons. So working with the camera and all these buttons, you have to think not only of the person behind the lens, how it's positioned, but also how the camera works. And for my brain is something very difficult. And it took me a lot of time to understand the logics behind it. And to practice it to be faster, because when working with kids, as you're face painting or taking pictures, you have to be fast. The moment then is gone. So I did take workshops, many, and I still do this. And I advance, and it gives me power, and it works out very well most of the time.
So do you take your camera with you, or you take photos on your phone when you're on the event?
I take my camera with me, and I usually ask the parents to take a picture of me with the kid, or I ask the parents if I can take a picture of the kid. But most of the time, like 99%, I don't even take it out because it's so busy. I don't have time for this. But sometimes I do have events which are rather slow, or sometimes in the beginning, you know, when you start, there is not so much going on. So I have time to take pictures. But most of the time it's only in the end of the whole setup, but not with the kids.
I see.
But you never know. I always have it with me.
Okay. Because I'm also interested in photography. Well, and macro photography as well.
Yes.
Just curious, are you using manual mode always?
Always. I do all the adjustment myself.
Yes.
Always. I am from the personality. I'm a control freak. My personality. I do need to control, and I need to understand first how to control it, because I have this picture in my head, and if the camera takes a picture by itself and it's not what I have imagined, then I get frustrated.
Yes.
So it took me some time to understand, but now I understand, and I take pictures just like I want them. And in the beginning, why I started anyways, because in the beginning I hired a photographer to do some promotion pictures of me and my work, and it was so expensive. It was so expensive. And then he could not understand what exactly I wanted, and I could not explain it because it was in my head.
It's
so
different.
Then I thought,
it's different.
Like next time I do it myself. Yes.
When you take a picture of somebody painted, it's different than just taking a picture of somebody. Yes.
Yeah, because he cut it differently. He made a different profile picture, what I wanted. And I paid so much money, and I was like, oh my God, that's just too much for me. I should have paid this money for the workshop, you know? And then it came, and then one first workshop and second and third, and then you have to import it in the computer, and you have to make the editing. So you need to know Photoshop as well.
Yes.
Which is also a fascinating program. I would recommend anybody just to try it. You can get so creative there. Of course, you need to have a good raw material. You need to draw well first. But after, you can add background, you can add different stuff to it, like lights, effect. Photoshop is so great.
Yes. If you weren't in your profession, what would you do?
I guess I would be a cook. I love cooking. Not 24/7. No, don't get confused. I love cooking when I have time and get creative. It's like painting, you know, you take different ingredients and you make a dish. It's like you take different paints and you create a design on paper, on the face. It's a very creative process. Or I would be baking cakes and cupcakes and decorating them. And this is what I am doing from time to time when people have birthdays. I love decorating cakes.
I see. What is your professional background?
I have graduated from the university this year 18 years ago, and I would have been either a teacher or interpreter, but I got my first son 2 weeks after the final exam at the university, and I never worked a day. Unfortunately, Or fortunately, because I have found a different passion and I have a different job now, and I'm a proud face painter.
I see. So what are the other, have you done any other jobs than being a face painter?
No, I haven't done. I've been always artistic. Besides face painting, I do balloon twisting. I'm an airbrush artist and I instruct a lot. I've been teaching for 10 years now and I enjoy it just as much as face painting kids or doing balloons myself.
Did you start balloon twisting the same time as face painting?
No, not at all. It took me some time actually. Because I guess it's from my background, I thought balloon twisting is something really primitive, something that would not excite me. And I was thinking my nails would break, and I was afraid that they always pop. And then years later, I think I started balloon twisting 4 years ago only. Some of the face painter friends of me from the United States, they have picked up balloon twisting. And I was like, oh my God, that's such a crazy thing. And they were like, no, the nails don't break. And the balloons, they're of the highest quality. It's not like we had like when we were children, you know? And you can stretch them so well and your nail polish will never come off. And they don't pop because they're so good. And then within seconds, they would just do a sword. And I was like, what? I need to try it. So I Googled, and of course, here, no workshops, nothing here where I live. So I kept on Googling, and then I found a workshop in Las Vegas at the face paint balloon twisting convention. And I was like to my husband, Daniel, I need to go. And, you know, if I have an idea, I need to do it now. And he was like, no, you're not going to Las Vegas alone. And I like, please, it's such a good opportunity. And it was really next month. And I would have had time also from my work here, like really good week to go. So I went and I learned balloon twisting. It was not easy in the beginning. Oh, I remember my second workshop, I was crying during the class. I was so frustrated with myself. I was thinking I was the stupid student of all. Because you see in the States, you know, everything which is entertainment in the United States, it's like years above level we have here. They're just crazy people that do crazy stuff so fast and so good. So when the class said beginners balloon twisting workshop, I am like, I'm a beginner. I don't know. I didn't know how to tie it, you know, because you need the techniques to tie it fast so you don't break your nails. And the beginners for Americans, you know, they already know stuff. They already know things. So the teacher would be saying like pinch twist and basic twist and tulip twist. And I was like, come on, I was still trying to tie my balloon. And the second workshop, there was second day, and I was so tired and from the jet lag, and because I was failing, and everybody was doing so fast. And I still remember my friend who was sitting next to me, she was like, don't cry, you'll be fine. And then I would stay at the jams in the evening and practice and practice and practice. And then, you know, it then makes a click. And then you understand. And then it works. And now I'm thinking, hey, why didn't I do it in the beginning? Why didn't I start 10 years ago? Because kids love balloons. Elderly people, they love balloons. Everybody. And especially now at the pandemic time, balloons are perfect because you don't have a direct contact to the child. You can disinfect your hand and you make a balloon figure sculpture and you can just give it to the kids. And it's really a perfect thing. No, it's really good thing, really. And to incorporate into face painting, it's also really great because you do have already contacts to all these people, to all these companies, and you just say, hey, now we're doing balloon twisting. And also me, I am always feeling so responsible for the kids I paint. So if the furniture house, you know, like shop, store with the sell furniture, they would ask me if I could face paint during the opening doors, you know, they have like in spring, we have spring furniture opening days when they offer people some entertainment. And they would ask if I come and face paint. I would always say no, because I feel responsible if the kids face painted lay on the couch, paint smears, and then it's not good for the store. So now after I learned balloon twisting, I have wrote them. I offer now balloon twisting. There doesn't matter, you know, kids are running around and it looks like a big event and such a colorful event. And if balloon pops, you know, it doesn't matter, just lays on the floor. It doesn't harm the property of the store. And the same for the weddings. I prefer do balloon twisting on the weddings than face painting, because face painting eventually it smudges. It doesn't look as perfect as in the beginning. And balloons, they're everywhere. You can adjust colors to the wedding colors. No, it's such a beautiful thing.
What would you do if you were given a 1 million euro today?
Nothing else, actually. I guess my life will stay just it is now. I might have bought a house, although to buy a house in Liechtenstein, I would be needing 2 million euros. No, I think nothing else. I love everything like it is now. Don't need your money. No.
Okay. What item you would be lost without?
I don't know if I can call it an item, but I would be definitely lost without my family and friends. For me in my life, this is the most important thing ever, and I would be definitely lost without them and being alone.
What other profession would you like to attempt?
Great question. This is actually what I'm doing now. I'm a proud student at the Switzerland's most prominent makeup school in Zurich, and I'm giving a try at being a makeup artist, and I love it so much. This is such a great experience, and I'm really in love doing makeovers now, not for the kids, but to the young adults or adults. Such a good experience. And I'm graduating in June, so if you need a makeup artist, just give me a call.
I see. So you would like to go further with this profession as well, to do makeups?
Well, honestly speaking, no. My heart beats for children only. I do want to continue to be a face painter. This is something now because I have so much time. Still, the pandemic here in Switzerland or Liechtenstein is still present. There are no events and there is no work. I do teach sometimes, very seldom, because everything's pretty much closed. So I thought, what else can I do, during this time? Not to get depressed, to stay motivated. So this school now, makeup school, it's a present from me, on me. This is something for my soul. I've been interested in this area for a long time now, but I always need to have a practical purpose. If I learn something, I wanted to be able to use it after. And this is something I'm not going to make a makeup for brides, because this is always Saturdays, and on Saturday I do event painting kids, what I love more. But I was thinking maybe I give face paint makeup workshops to teenagers. Because many they don't know how to apply makeup. I really want to, and they don't know how. So I could make little workshops. I have already a studio, I have space. Yes. So I could make maybe during the week, in the evenings or in the afternoons.
Or something like a party.
Ladies. Yeah, something like this. But even if not, I'm doing this basically for myself, to keep myself busy, to keep my brain creative and motivated. And I'm sure it will be interacting with my job, which I am doing as face painter. At some point, it will bring me something. But right now, I enjoy just doing this process without any further purpose, just for myself, because I love myself. No, just kidding.
What person, dead or alive, would you like to invite for a dinner?
Right now, I would have loved to invite Olga Murashev for a dinner as a sign of appreciation. I have graduated from her school just recently, and she has been my instructor for the last 6 months, which is a long time. And she's such an amazing teacher, so patient, and she's such a supportive friend. And I would have definitely loved to invite her and to cook for her and to show her my love and my gratitude for all the work she did for me.
Lovely, yes. She is a great person.
She is.
Yes. What is the last great book you have read?
A book. So If you mean a novel, so I don't remember.
No, it doesn't matter. It's up to you.
If you mean a subject literature, yes, I do read a lot. So the last would be Boys in the Adolescence, What to Do, or Magic Cleaning by Marie Kondo, One Pot Cooking for the Family, or Public Speaking for Dummies.
Oh yes,
Or
this is something
Photoshop Bible. So this would be pretty much all of my subject literature from last times. Yes, I do read a lot, but not novels. No time.
I see. Okay. What makes you angry?
What makes me angry? Oh yes, I know. It's that I have only 24 hours in a day. Right now, I'm running 5 creative projects simultaneously, and I have to finish them as soon as possible. And it makes me angry. I don't have more time to invest in each one of them and in my family. So this would be something I would have liked to be changed.
Is there a movie that you can watch over and over again without getting tired?
Yeah, sure. Friends. You know Friends, the series? Yeah, I've watched it.
Actually, I haven't watched it, but I've heard a lot about this movie.
That's so good, so funny, and I can identify myself very well with people in this series, and I've watched it 5 times, I guess.
I see.
And I could do it once again, yeah.
Okay. Name something that you love and why?
What I love right now, what I really love is that my kids are getting older. If you have young kids, you would understand as a mother or as a parent, you can breathe again, you are free, and your hands are not tied, you still have them around, you still have this feeling of the family around, but you have this freedom to do stuff you want to do. And I can go for a dinner with my husband only, and kids enjoy staying by themselves.
Yes.
And if they stay alone, they don't fight with each other as much as they used to. They don't beat each other up. They can actually talk and tell about the problems, communicate. Well, I really love this phase of that our family right now that the kids are growing up. Good time.
Yeah. What is your favorite or most inspirational place?
My favorite place is my couch in the house, me sitting there with a glass of wine. So this means the job has been done, dinner cooked, kids sleeping, and I have time to relax. These are very rare moments because I have so much to do always. So when I'm there, I'm like, that's a good time.
What international art destination do you most want to visit or visited?
Through my art, I have visited the Netherlands. I was teaching there a few years ago at the IFAB convention. Then I was teaching in San Francisco at the face painting convention, BFABA. I was loading balloons in Las Vegas, and I've been multiple times in Orlando at the Face and Body Art International Convention.
Where are some unusual places that you have been?
Well, I don't travel that much, so I cannot name many. But what I can tell you, what is the unusual place I have not been, is Russia. See, I'm Russian, but I've never been there.
Oh, okay.
It didn't happen till now. I cannot explain this. I hope it will be changed soon, but yes, as Russian, I have never seen my historical motherland.
I see.
It's unusual.
So your parents are Russian?
They are Russian, my grandparents as well.
And where are they from?
My grandparents are from Siberia, and they have moved during the Second World War to Kyrgyzstan because many people were migrating for whatever reasons. So they settled down, and my parents were born there. And we used to have in the passport, I don't know how it is now, but it was written that you were Russian nationality and you have citizenship of Kyrgyzstan. So we were Russians, and I was born there as well as a third generation. And back then, we didn't have time to travel countries, so we
Yes.
also would not have a
Yes.
reason to travel to Russia.
Uh-huh.
And then I got kids and more kids. But
Mhm.
now, Milena, she's my friend. She's from St. Petersburg, and she's always telling, "Come and visit us." So I guess
Yes.
one day we will go.
Yes.
But traveling with the family is so expensive.
Yes, true.
Yes, it's not just like, okay, let's go.
No.
One day we will go. One day I will.
But you have Russian passport, so it is easy for you. You don't
No,
have to do it.
no, I don't have Russian passport. No, I have Kyrgyz passport.
Uh-huh.
And once I got married, my husband, he's Swiss. I had to change the passport, so I have Swiss citizenship.
Uh-huh. So you have to
Nothing with
apply
Russia.
for a visa.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And my kids and everybody.
Yes, yes.
So one day we will go for sure. But this is something unusual, and people always get surprised, especially Russian people, when they speak with me. We see we don't have like accents or whatever. All people in the Soviet Union used and also now speak same way. So you cannot say if they're from Russia or from Kyrgyzstan, from Azerbaijan.
In Kyrgyzstan, they have their own language. Is that right?
They do Kyrgyz. Yes, it sounds very much like Turkish language.
Oh, I see. Okay, and
we have two languages, two state languages.
But
Russian
at home,
and
you were speaking Russian.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I see. Who is the most interesting person that you ever met?
Well, now that we're speaking about this, I would say Milena Potechina from Russia. I've met her during PERISCOPE in 2019, and it was love from the very first sight. I don't know if you have met her, but she's such a wonderful person. She is so creative, so kind, so supportive, so calm and so positive. And we have developed this friendship through these years, through phone calls, through many projects, creative projects we have made together. And for me, she's the most interesting person, and I would have really loved to visit her in Russia. Yeah. One day we'll talk. Elena, coming.
What do you do on your spare time?
I don't have any. I'm either painting or cooking or cleaning or whatever. No spare time. I'm such a busy person.
Where do you get your news?
My news, social media, most often newspapers, or my husband. He brings all the news from work, tells me everything that's going on. Yeah.
I see. What is the best piece of advice that you've been given?
One of the best ones, I would say, start before you're ready. It's not easy to follow this advice for me anyways, because I am a very structured and organized person, and I need to be ready before I start. But I have to think about this advice and tell to myself that sometimes it's important to get out of the comfort zone, because waiting till you are ready can take forever. So you just have to start.
I see, yes. Yeah, that's true, actually. You're never ready for something that you dream of, you think, you have idea, and you want to make it as best as possible. But then if you wait and if you develop the project, it's not happening still. So yes, that's true. Yeah. If you would start your face painting career again, what would you do differently?
I guess nothing. It really started the way I wanted it. It started really slowly, very slowly, but I had young kids back then. So for me, this tempo was just perfect. And then it developed more and more with the kids growing up. And I had a chance to attend all the workshops I wanted, and I had a chance to buy products that I wanted. So, no, it was all the way I wanted it to have.
I see. Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
Best case scenario, here, painting kids, taking pictures, teaching. That's my happy place. I am so happy with where I am now. Privately, well, I guess I will be a grandmother in 10 years now. I hope, to granddaughters. You never know.
You will have small children to paint.
Yeah, and I'm
Hopefully.
looking forward to this time. Hmm. So I guess I'll be painting them and baking with them, spending time with them.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh God, in 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
What is your dream project?
Right now, I think I don't have any. I have accomplished everything which I wanted to. In fact, I have made a planner, with the goals for 2022, and the very first one was peace and family. That this year I just calm down, slow down, and enjoy myself and my family. And yet here I am, 5 projects running at the same time,
Okay.
mind that never sleeps. So much to do, but such a big dream project, no, I don't have anymore. I have
I see.
smaller ones, but I am in this process all the time.
So, would you like to share what are these 5 projects about, or you would like to keep it secret for now?
I would love to share, but unfortunately, many other people are involved, and I don't know if I may say this just
I
yet or
see.
they want to make an announcement.
Okay,
But
that's
you will hear very, very soon.
okay. Good, good. I'll be looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Yeah. What are the main skills you think that help you to work as a face painter? Not artistic ones, but
Yeah.
your personal ones.
I guess I'm very persistent and I don't give up very easily. I cry a lot, like really a lot, and then I scream and I start over again and I do it and I try just again and again and again till it works out. And I think this is one of the main skills that you need to become good, not only in face painting, anywhere, but also to be able to make a break for yourself, to tell yourself you're enough, you're doing a good job. And after this break, start again and just finish what you have started.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
And the last question, what advice would you give someone wanting to break into this career?
Well, I would say, guys, have fun. Have fun and enjoy every moment. This is so important. There is nothing else more needed than to have fun in this passion. And once you have tried it, it will never let you go. Just
Yes,
enjoy this time. That's it.
yes. Thank you so much for meeting me here and sharing your experience. That was lovely to chat to you, and I hope we'll have an occasion to meet at some point. I was following you on social media, and I love your work, and I would love to meet you in real life at some point as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was such a pleasure and a very big honor. I wish you also all the best, also with your photography workshops. Just try it, just have it, and all the best with all the other videos you're doing. I find this is a really great project, and I will be following all of them. Such a great idea. Good job. Thank you so much. Bye bye.